So this story of Jordan Peterson being attacked by the activist, politically partisan College of Psychologists of Ontario, this story offers up two visions of Canada's future. One vision is Trudeau's vision, which sounds like this.
The small fringe minority of people who are on their way to Ottawa or who are holding unacceptable views that they're expressing.
That is a vision where Canada's leaders do not respect Canadians' individual rights. Because when Trudeau talks about the fringe minority with the unacceptable views, that's just anybody who disagrees with him. You may have loved everything he's done up to today. If you disagree with him tomorrow and you express it, you're now part of that fringe minority with the unacceptable views. I think that's what so many Canadians fail to grasp here. Now, in contrast to that, here's another possible future for Canada.
So the Ontario College of Psychologists has told Jordan Peterson that he either undergo retraining for social media etiquette or lose his license to practice as a clinical psychologist. This follows a number of complaints by people who don't like his online posts, one of which is a retweet of something I posted, another is a criticism of Justin Trudeau. Now, it should go without saying that in a free country, professionals should not lose their jobs and licenses because they express a political opinion contrary to the licensing body that's mandated by the government. But, of course, in saying this, my liberal critics in the media will, of course, say, well, Poilievre agrees with freedom of speech for someone like Dr. Peterson, therefore he must endorse everything Dr. Peterson has ever said. Well, of course not. I don't endorse 100% of everything anyone has ever said. There's no two people in the world who agree 100% of the time on 100% of things. And so I'm sure there is something he's posted that I do object to, but that is not the point, because freedom of speech only matters when you disagree. I mean, if we all agreed, we wouldn't need freedom of speech because no one has ever tried to censor someone for saying something that they agree with. It is only when there is a disagreement that it matters. And that's what distinguishes Canada, a free country, from dictatorships. Dictators don't censor things their citizens say that the dictator agrees with, only things they disagree with. Here in Canada, though, unfortunately, through the cancel culture and the woke movement we've seen at university campuses, in the media, and now increasingly in big, powerful corporations, and most recently with a professional licensing body, we're seeing the idea that someone can lose their job, their status, their ability to study because they express something that is contrary to the government line. Now, I don't believe that is the Canada we want. We have Section 2B of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. To be or not to be, that is the question. And the answer is that, as Voltaire has been quoted as saying, I may not agree with what you say, but I will defend to my death your right to say it.
So that is, of course, Pierre Poilievre, who is the leader of the Conservative Party of Canada, who will be running against Justin Trudeau in the next federal election. And I think it's pretty clear that Trudeau and he have very different visions of the future of Canada. See, I'd rather live in a free country where my leaders, they may disagree with me, but they'll defend my right to disagree. That sounds a lot better than fringe minority with unacceptable views, which you can translate as just anybody who disagrees with Trudeau, or with the activist left in general. Why does Trudeau say that people who disagree with mandates are sexist and misogynist and all the ists and the isms? It's got nothing to do with disagreeing with a mandate, a medical mandate. Well, he does that because he doesn't respect you. He doesn't respect your rights. He cares about power and getting his way. And I think that makes him a terrible leader. In fact, a dangerous leader. Will Pierre Poilievre protect our rights, protect our freedoms, actually defend our right to disagree with him? Well, we won't know until we get there, but I certainly hope so. And it's certainly an improvement from anything that we've heard from Trudeau. Because what Trudeau has done is signal to every institution, every ideologically captured institution like the College of Psychologists of Ontario, that it's open season on dissenters. It's open season on anybody who's not a radical. Trudeau has said there are unacceptable views out there. There's unacceptable opinions. There's unacceptable people. There's fringe minorities. I mean, even if the fringe minority isn't a fringe minority, even if it's millions of people, it doesn't matter. Trudeau has signaled cancel culture is good. There's people that need to be shut down. There's people that need to have their bank accounts seized for thinking the wrong thing. There's people saying the wrong things on the internet. We better start censoring that. But anyway, I think Canadians have a clear choice for the future because he's passing bills and creating a culture in which not agreeing with him is not going to be an option. Not if you want to keep your job or not have your bank account frozen. And then you've got Pierre Poilievre's vision of the future, which may not be perfect, but at least offers the possibility of living in a free country where you can speak your mind. Oh, and maybe have some fiscal sanity in this country so that the whole economy doesn't collapse.
I don't know, when I think about the biggest, most important economic policy this government, if re-elected, would move forward, you'll forgive me if I don't think about monetary policy.
But the longer Trudeau stays in, I do expect things to just keep getting worse. Anyway, please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.